So now let's see 2017 and 2024 repeated question of depreciation concept, which has been asked for 5 marks of BNU. First let me study the question. It is Miss Dollar Limited, a manufacturing concern, furnishes the following particulars: opening, written down value, and purchases, sales, and further information related. So firstly, when they have given you the question to solve, first write down the given information so that you will get an idea. If you don't know, at least when you know the format, you will get an idea how to do the sum. So write down the given information related to the question. Firstly, they have been mentioned that it is a plant and machinery. The asset is plant and machinery, and they have been given written down value as on 1/4/2015, that is rupees 5 lakh. And purchases information is been given. Purchases of plant and machinery which is put to use before 1/10/2015. They have mentioned before. Please be careful while studying the question. They have been given it as before. Just don't consider the date. Also see the words which they have been given before. So this the asset has been used before means while it is been purchased only, it has been put to use. So this is more than 180 days. When you consider it is before, it is more than, obviously it is more than 180 days. The amount is rupees 2 lakh. And sales, in sales they have been given that sale proceeds of plant and machinery which became obsolete, which was purchased on 1/4/2013. It was purchased on 1/4/2013 for rupees 5 lakh. It was purchased for rupees 5 lakh, but they are selling it for rupees 5,000. So only 5,000 we should consider for the depreciation, because whatever we have purchased, the amount will not be the same. Even for that asset we will be calculating depreciation, and it is been come to the level of rupees 5,000. So 5,000 which we are receiving the amount. So only that 5,000 we are considering for sales. Further details they have been given, that is out of plant and machinery, this 2 lakh purchases, out of that, for that further information is being given. The first information is plant and machinery of rupees 20,000 has been installed in office. I have said in previous video that in plant and machinery, if it is used for other purposes rather than manufacturing or production, then it will not be considered in additional depreciation. So this will be considered in normal depreciation but not in the additional depreciation. And next one, plant and machinery of rupees 20,000 was used previously for the purpose of business by the seller. Before you buy the plant and machinery, already the seller has been used it. So this is like a second hand plant and machinery. I have said in the previous video, if any machinery which is been actively used in production purpose only will be considered for additional depreciation. For even this one will be considered for normal depreciation, not for the additional depreciation. So now you understood the information related to the question. Now let's see the solution part. First main thing, you should write down the heading, what you are going to calculate. This is very important when you are scoring above 60 marks. It is very important to even note down the heading, computation of WDV of plant and machinery of the company which is specified in the question. Please write it down. And for the assessment year, even the assessment year will be mentioned in the question. So write the assessment year. And also we are calculating depreciation and additional depreciation as per section 32 of Income Tax Act 1961. This will give you a good presentation if you write down the heading and then start the sum. So the format have been showed in the previous video. So the first thing, particulars and amount. Then next write down the opening WDV as on 1/4/2015, which is 5 lakh. Next add purchases of plant and machinery during the previous year. What are the purchases it has been done, that we should mention. So that is 2 lakh. You better write down in bracket when it was put into use, and if it is more than 180 days or less than 180 days. So it will be easy while calculating the depreciation. When you see it is before 110 2015, so it is more than 180 days. So next we will consider, we should deduct the sales. Sales, how much? It is 5,000. So we are minusing 5,000 sales amount. After adding purchases, it will get 7 lakh. Minus 5 lakh, we are getting depreciable value, that is 6,95,000. For this depreciable value, we are calculating the depreciation part. Be careful while calculating the depreciation part. This is the main thing of the question for calculating it. First thing, less normal depreciation. For normal depreciation, I said both the adjustments will be considered. So direct full amount of depreciable value we can calculate, that is 15%. This 15% is being given from the IT Act of as per the section 32 of depreciation, that is 15% is mandatory for normal depreciation in the plant, for the plant and machinery. So 6,95,000 into 15% will get 1,04,250. Next, while calculating the normal depreciation, be careful, that is in this question they have been given for purchases more than 180 days. So we are considering the full amount for the depreciation. If it is less than 180 days, then we should subtract the purchases amount in depreciable value, and we should give half percentage for the purchases amount, and remaining amount we will give full percentage, that is 15%. Now let's see the additional depreciation. Additional depreciation is only charged on purchases. So purchases is 2 lakh. As I said, for further information, two further information they have been given. That is 20,000 is installed. This is 2 lakh minus 20,000 is being installed for office purpose. So this will not be considering for additional depreciation. So we are subtracting it from the 2 lakh overall depreciation. And one more 20,000 is related to the it was used previously by the seller. So that the second hand machinery, this will also not be considered in the additional depreciation. So we should deduct it from 2 lakh. We'll get 1,60,000, and 20% is mandatory for additional depreciation of plant and machinery under IT Act. So here 180 days it is considered. So we are giving full complete 20%. If it is less than 180 days, we should give half of it, that is 10%. Now it is more than 180 days, so consider full percentage of 20%, that will get 32,000. Now when we deduct normal depreciation and additional depreciation from the depreciable value, will get written down as on 31/3/2016, that is 5,58,750. When you complete overall sum, please note down that what mainly they have been asked in the question. They have asked calculate normal depreciation and additional depreciation. So please mention at the end what you have been got the amount. Therefore, normal depreciation is rupees 1,04,250 and additional depreciation is rupees 32,000. If you mention, it will be good presentation for the answer, and while correcting the paper, rather than going through the entire sum, even the last last final answer would give a good impact for the invigilator. So this was the full complete solution for the 2017 and 2024 question paper. Thank you so much.